How's it going, you guys? AZ Plyo 21 back again with another pay-per-view in our UFC save in WMMA 5, and it is UFC 296, Jones versus Rakic, the Rocket. Gonna be trying being the key word, to take on Jon Jones for the light heavyweight championship. Jon has not lost a single fight in this save. Rakic, on the other hand, has lost 3 fights in this save. He's coming off of 3 fights in a row that he has won. Phil Davis, Derek Brunson, Jan Blachowicz. We're going to see if he has what it takes to take out Jon Jones here today. It's going to be in New York City, Madison Square Garden, I'm guessing. It should be a pretty good card because we have 3 titles on the line. I mean, look at what we've got in store. Mike Perry, Chase Hooper, Jose Aldo, Bhagaev, Michael MacDonald, Amanda Nunes versus Macy Chiasson, and then Jon Jones taking on Aleksander, Rakic. It should be a good one. It's going to be a long video just because there's 3 title fights. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and get back into it. Appreciate you guys, whether you're watching me on YouTube or on Twitch. As a reminder, I do stream on Twitch. Link is going to be down in the description below. You can follow me on Twitter, and whatever else stuff is going to be down in the description below. Back to recording a little bit more after I've been gone for quite a while. So I'm not going to be every day streaming, but I'll try to, get into a little bit of a habit of it, I guess, now that I'll have a little bit more time on my hands. So let's go ahead and get into it. UFC 296, Jones versus Rakic, live from New York City. Starting out, of course, with our prelims. We've got the flyweights going at it, Jordan Espinosa and Elias Garcia. 17-12-1 taking on 14-5, and it is Elias Garcia getting the submission victory here today. Moving right along, we've got Caitlin Vieira taking on Christina Warhorse Williams in the women's bantamweight division. Caitlin Vieira taking quite a tumble, I believe. She's lost 4 straight fights, and we'll see. No, it is not 5. She gets a win over Christina Williams here today. April Osenio taking on Jessica Delboni. Fun story about April Osenio. In one of my older saves, and I mean old, like super old, Osenio just becomes an absolute god. And I mean, you can look now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight wins in Invicta as she comes into the UFC. I'm guessing she's going to become a god here in the UFC as well. For whatever reason, the mod that I have downloaded, which is a very old mod, I should say, just really likes April Osenio. She takes on Jessica Delboni in her UFC debut, and she loses. Okay, interesting. So maybe not April Osenio domination like I once thought. Jessica Delboni, though, good for her. She's 5-2 in her UFC career, now on a little bit of a winning streak. Bruna Ellen taking on Priscilla Cachoeira in the women's strawweight division. Bruna Ellen, a huge favorite in this one, and she gets a split decision victory. Moving right along, Belina Isabella de Padua taking on Natalia Silva in the strawweight division. 13-3 taking on 21-6-1. Very even matchup between the two of them. And it's Natalia Silva getting a knockout over de Padua in round number 3. She's now 3-0 in her young UFC career. Wins over Mizuki Inoue, Marina Rodriguez, and now Isabella de Padua. Moving right along, Diego Sanchez, who is going to be fighting Kevin Lee in Eagle FC, which is Khabib's new fight promotion. I believe that happens this weekend in Miami. I'm not 100% sure. But Diego Sanchez taking on Belal Muhammad, remember the name, who is not having the best of times. He's doing really well for himself in real life. Coming off a loss to Maxim Butorin here in the save. Diego Sanchez, massively popular, coming off a loss to Chaos Williams, but before that beat Khabib. Khabib had just taken an absolute turn for the worst in this game save, and Belal Muhammad beats Diego Sanchez via unanimous decision. All right, moving along. Rui, the Ghost Chen, taking on Grant, the Prophet Dawson. Dawson, 5-2-1 in his UFC career, doing pretty well for himself. And then on the other end, you have Rui Chen making his UFC debut, coming right in out of one championship. And it is Grant Dawson getting the submission in round 2. He wants to fight Herbert Burns. Jake Hager of AEW fame coming in once again. I don't know if this is his first UFC fight. I'm mistaken. He is 3-0 in the UFC. And Ben Sassoli, Braddock Silva, Tom Aspinall. Very interesting. Takes on Alcatraz Cisse, who's 2-1 in the UFC. I'd imagine the winner of this one might be ranked. Jake Hager's not a young spring chicken by any means, and he loses, gets submitted by Cisse in round number 1. Jake Hager's still going to keep going, though. Hector Sandoval taking on Yanez Kulvinskas in the flyweight division for the men. 18-8-1, taking on 8-1. James Kulvinskas, definitely a prospect to look out for, making his UFC debut out of WEC. 4 straight wins in WEC brings him straight here to the UFC. Big favorite, and with good reason. A knockout in round number 1 for Yanez Kulvinskas out of Estonia. And he wants to fight Kurban Gadzhiev. Ben 10 taking on Baliad. Baliad Kaurburasai in the UFC flyweight division. Kaurburasai 3-0 in the UFC. Doing very well for himself and still undefeated. Taking on veteran Ben Wynn, number 14 in our division, coming off win over Oshkalik. And it is Kaurburasai who gets the win. 4-0. Fantastic fight. You'll love to see it. This guy's going to be a star, it looks like, in the flyweight division. Still undefeated now at 10-0. And he's calling out Rio Hada. Calls him a coward. Yikes. Platinum Mike Perry taking on Rafael dos Anjos as our pay-per-view is underway. Mike Perry 17-9, coming off a loss to AJ McKee. On the other side, you have Rafael dos Anjos, who I had the pleasure of watching live this past weekend. I went to the Masvidal Covington pay-per-view and had myself a pretty good time. In-game, though, not doing so well, coming off losses to Ismail Nardiev and Habib Nurmagomedov. And Rafael dos Anjos knocks out Mike Perry in round number 1. Love to see it. I believe Mike Perry is in bare knuckle fighting championship, so yeah, good for him, I guess. Chase Hooper, who is in no way, shape, or form doing as well in real life as he is in game, takes on Jose Aldo. Undefeated Chase Hooper, I should say. Yeah, undefeated. Look at that. Crazy. Takes on Jose Aldo, as we all know, legend of the game. He's coming off a loss to Yair Rodriguez. Has not had a title fight in this save. He's always like won a fight or two and then lost one. Very unfortunate for him. Hopefully he can get a win streak going. Takes on Chase Hooper, and Jose Aldo TKOs Chase Hooper. The young 23-year-old stopped in his tracks and given his first loss of his MMA career. All right, first title fight on the afternoon. Michael Mayday MacDonald challenging Bhagaev. I believe this is for the interim bantamweight championship. So Bhagaev, the current flyweight title holder, already has had 4 title defenses in that regard. On the other side, you have Michael Mayday MacDonald coming off an incredible win streak. Last one being over Ricky Simon. I mean, Mayday MacDonald's the odds-on favorite, 4 inches taller. What's his reach looking like? Reach of 66 and reach of 70. So we're gonna have to see, but I'm feeling like Michael Mayday MacDonald finally gets some gold around him. But I don't know. We're just gonna have to see. Both men looking to come together. MacDonald hits a left hook. I mean, Bhagautinov going to look to wrestle for sure. He's not really been known to get knockouts like that, I don't believe. Most of his wins have been via unanimous decision. I'm going to stop the timer and actually check that. I mean, his last victory was via knockout, but mainly it's submission, split decision. Counter jab. Not much going on here in round number 1. Second half of the round coming up. Bhagautinov, 2 counter right hands. A low kick lands from MacDonald. Quick left cross. Remember, 5 rounds. These title fights should be good ones. MacDonald with the low kick. Bhagautinov with the left hook. A lot of action actually on the feet. MacDonald more aggressive early on here in this fight. Scything kick to the legs. Someone's going to be glancing high kick. Nice left hook from Bhagaev. And not much going on else. And that's going to end round 1. And apparently Bhagaev won round 1. But he's feeling some damage in his legs. Sharp 1-2 from Bhagaev, who is limping now. Limping slightly is Ali. Nothing really going on here in the second round. Right hand lands for Bhagaev, left hook. Both men coming forward. Left jab, spin kick. Great left hook lands from Ali. Both fighters stepping in. Nothing significant landing. Right hook misses. Left hand is blocked. Both fighters stepping into strike. Misses with the right hand. Two fighters engage. Right hook is ducked into the final minute of the round. MacDonald lands left hook. Uh-oh. MacDonald backing off. Flooring him. Bhagaev. Oh, no. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, your new interim bantamweight champion, Ali Bhagaev. So a double champion of sorts again. Ali Bhagaev just absolutely wrecking for some reason in this save. Has not lost a fight in this save, and he is now a double champion here in the UFC. Wants to unify the titles. We're going to have to see if he can. Second title fight of the afternoon, as it's Amanda Nunes taking on Macy Chiasson. Chiasson, the next one up, apparently, for Amanda Nunes. Aspen Ladd, Holly Holm, her most recent victims. On the other side, you have Amanda Nunes. Has not lost a fight in the save. Aspen Ladd, Jermaine Durandamy, Sarah McMahon, Felicia Spencer, and Juliana Pena. Has not lost a fight. This is for the Women's Bantamweight Championship. Let's get it going. Chris Lieben is your referee, interestingly enough. I'd love to hear how that managed happening. Just be crazy, because Chiasson's the favorite. Be crazy to see Nunes actually lose. Nunes, superb head kick. Chiasson is knocked down. Moving in quickly. Rocking her. Nunes trying to get a Kimura. Why is she going for a submission there? She was destroying her. Why didn't she just punch her out? Nunes arm triangle attempt. Can't get it. She's going for submissions for some reason. Why? You nearly had her beat on the feet. Round 1 comes to a close. 10-9 Nunes. Cutman tries to stop the bleeding. I guess she got caught with a little elbow or something as she was going in. Right hand gets blocked. High kick misses from Chiasson. Right cross from Nunes. Left hook to the body. They're moving in. Nunes attacks the leg. Both fighters moving in. High kick misses. Right hook gets blocked from Nunes. Left hook from Chiasson. Powerful straight right. Chiasson knocked down once again. Nunes pounding away. Several great shots that rock her. And Chris Lieben steps in and stops the fight. Still, your undisputed UFC bantamweight champion is Amanda Nunes. Congratulations to her. Has not lost a fight in this save. I was very surprised to see her lose to Juliana Pena. It happens. As we approach our main event of the evening, Jon Bones Jones, undefeated in this save, absolutely dominating everyone he's come in contact with. He takes on Aleksander Rakic, coming off a 3-fight win streak. Phil Davis, Derek Brunson, Jan Blachowicz. We're going to see if he has what it takes. Aleksander Rakic in real life doing pretty well for himself. I feel like he's just a win away from a title shot. Jon Jones is the odds-on favorite, despite being shorter by an inch to Rakic. Steve Mazzagatti, your referee. Jones fighting in front of a hometown crowd, apparently. Rakic ready to attack. It'd be very, very, very cool if Rakic won, just so that way we don't have too many double champs. Jones shooting in hard for a takedown, and he gets a takedown. Joe's trying to pass guard. Scrambles. Back control. Looking for a trip takedown. He can't get it. Jones trying to wrestle him again. He does. Oh, no. He's mounted him already. Tries to get an arm bar, and he dead. Wow. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, referee Steve Mazzagatti calls a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 15 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by submission due to an arm bar, Jon Bones Jones. He's just unstoppable, it would seem. Jon Jones gets another victory, wow, $40 million on pay-per-view, wow. 30,000 in attendance in New York, by the way. What a card. Jon Jones is a big draw. Love to see it. But yeah, Jon Jones still the champion. Can't wait to see what happens next on the next episode, on the next fight night. I appreciate you guys, as always. We're going to hand out these, superlatives right now. Fight of the night. I believe there was a fantastic fight. Absolutely. That flyweight fight on the prelims. Let's see what, okay, Jon Jones, you don't need money. You don't need a performance bonus. Let's go ahead and give one to first round knockout, Giannis Kulvinskas. Give it to Cisse. Let's give it to Vieira. She could probably use the money. First round, Dos Anjos. Nah, we're good. All right. That's going to do it. $46 million profit. You love to see it on my end. I will see you guys later.